No man, no money, it's just a temporary hitch. Life can still be sunny, though I ain't got a stitch. But I still got you, dear, ain't life a bitch? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich?
Mummy!
What?
Oh my God, where's Tonto? Look, are you getting up?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry, Mummy, that was something of a rhetorical question. What I meant to say was, get up! Oh, God, you look terrible.
Oh, that is sweet of you to say so. I am not a morning person, Tiffany. I never have been. When I lived in my big house, I didn't get up till 11.
Well, you're not in your big house now.
Oh, don't remind me, Dumpling. When my Boris was alive, I had everything a woman could want. A beautiful house with an indoor swimming pool complex, the same sports car as Princess Di, and a poodle that cost £1,000.
He died bankrupt.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
I'm not saying it was. What I'm saying is, stop dreaming of the past and face facts. This is reality. This is now. And it's your turn to make breakfast.
Why?
Because I made it yesterday. Oh, look, Mummy, I'm in a hurry. I'm supposed to be at a lecture at 9:15.
Oh, I used to have a little lady come in and do all that.
Well, we haven't got a little lady to come in and do all that. It's just you and me. And Daddy.
Yeah, I know. Lovely, isn't it?
People.
Where is Daddy?
I think I woke him up when I got up this morning. He left about an hour ago. Been really grouchy.
He's most probably gone out jogging. He's always had a physical streak. We went out last night to the Hippodrome. Oh, it was lovely, Dumpling. We danced all night. We just didn't stop. Daddy really enjoyed himself, even though he went a bit red and sweated up a bit. I wanted to go on to this all-night Mexican restaurant in Pimlico, but Daddy said it was getting late and he wanted to get home before the rush hour started. I've always loved dancing. I auditioned once for Pan's People. You never guess who was there.
Look,
you know
Mummy, I'm not complaining. I'm just confused. Oh, until a few months ago, I lived in this flat on my own. I had my own house rules, my own routine. I had peace and privacy to study in. Then you moved in. Oh, shortly afterwards, Daddy moved in as well. We've all heard of the children flying from the nest and returning to the bosom of their family, but I've never heard of the parents returning home to the kids.
I was widowed and homeless. I was left without a penny to my name.
I know. It's Daddy. Oh, I never knew him very well as a child. Never knew him very well at all. Oh, it's lovely having him back here and getting to know him, and I love him dearly, but when's he going home?
You know why he came back, Dumpling. That nightclub he manages on Tenerife closed down for redecoration, so he flew home to help me through my grief. Since then, Daddy and I have discovered that a flame still burns. Well, maybe it's only a smouldering ember, but you know what smouldering embers are like. Give them a poke, you've got a bonfire. Oh, I used to love Guy Fawkes night as a kid. We all used to go down to the bomb site.
When's he going home?
Tiffany, if I didn't know you better, I might get the impression you were trying to get rid of him.
Oh, look at that. Are you going to make breakfast?
I don't know how to cook, darling.
Well, anyone can cook. I'm not asking you to rustle up a crown roast of lamb or a beef Wellington. Beans on toast will do.
Beans on toast? Can't you have something simple? Oh. Hi, Pumpkin.
Oh. Morning, fruit bat.
Oh, God.
Phenomenal last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a real gas, wasn't it?
Those pains gone.
Yeah, I'm fine. I thought you'd still be asleep.
Now I got up to make Tiffany some breakfast.
You spoil that, girl.
Oh, don't be silly. Fancy a coffee?
I'd love one.
Tiffany, would you do us 2 cups of coffee, darling?
Yes, of course. Can I get you anything else while I'm in the kitchen? Can I bake a few waffles or squeeze some fresh orange juice?
There's no need to be childish, darling. It's that job of hers. She's stressed.
Yeah, she seems a bit touchy. It's a terrible thing, stress. I remember when I was captured in Vietnam.
Oh, now don't torture yourself, Justin.
No, it's all right, fruit bat. I can talk about it now. All of us prisoners suffered from stress in one way or another, can cause all sorts of illnesses. Physical ailments, depression, nervous breakdown. By the way, how's your dad?
Oh, not too bad. He's still got the chronic hypochondria, but apart from that, he's fine. Oh, why don't we go and see Mummy and Daddy?
Eh?
You haven't seen the farm for years, have you? Let's go round there this afternoon.
No, you see, darling, I was going to have a little sleep this afternoon, catch up with a few Zeds.
Oh, don't be silly. You'll feel better after a cup of coffee. Tiffany, where's that coffee?
Don't push me.
Oh, it'll be really nice, Justin. I'll give him a ring and tell him we're going round to see him. Tiffany, Daddy and I are going to go see Nana and Grandad this afternoon. Why don't you join us after your lecture?
Oh, yes, of course. Couldn't think of anything else I'd rather do with my life.
Oh, hear that? Oh, it'll be really nice, Pumpkin, all the family back together again.
Yeah. Annie, have your mum and dad mentioned me at all?
Mentioned you? Well, of course they've mentioned you, but I don't take any notice of it. I'll say to them, if he's that bad, why haven't they locked him away?
She's got a nerve when you think about it.
She thinks she can walk all over people, don't she, Mum?
Phone's up out the blue. We're coming round this afternoon. Now, is it all right with you, Mum?
No.
Are you sure it wouldn't be an inconvenience?
Not her.
Just, we're coming round.
And to bring him with her as well, after what he done. Oh, well, in some ways I'm pleased. It'll give me a chance to tell him exactly what I think of him.
Oh, please, Grandad, don't start an argument.
I'm sorry, Tiffany. I know he's your dad, and no one blames you for that, but well, it's time I set the record straight. It might be a good idea for you women to make yourselves scarce.
Why?
Because there's every chance I'll give him a good thumping.
Don't be silly, George.
Now, don't start feeling sorry for him, Kit. He's had this coming a long time.
I think what Mum meant was, he'll kill you.
You don't know what I'm like when my temper's up. I'm fast, and I Kit.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. He don't frighten me, big as he is. How big is he now?
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, well, you know what they say, the bigger they are.
The quicker they beat you up.
Hiding. Oh, hi, Mum, Daddy, hi, Sylv. Come on, you lot, lighten up. You're making this place look like the Arrivals Lounge at a séance. Hi, Dumpling. Nice lecture.
It's about chiropody.
Oh, phenomenal.
You can have a look at my foot if you like. I'm sure I've got a verruca.
Oh, well, maybe another day, Grandad. You can have too much of a good thing.
So where is he?
Justin, I just dropped him off at that little shop. I think he's buying you some flowers.
Flowers? Huh.
Well, it's a gesture, Mum. Now, you all be nice to him. Make him feel welcome, and no one mention the golden shot.
Golden shot? What about the golden shot?
His memory's going.
No, it's just catching up with the rest of him. Years ago, Justin used to be a professional photographer. Then a fortnight after Annie announced she was pregnant, Justin was sent away to cover the war in Vietnam.
And he got captured by the Viet Cong.
But the strange thing is, whilst he was a prisoner, another man who looked very similar to Justin appeared on the golden shot.
That wasn't Justin.
I remember now. He won a foldaway bike.
That wasn't Justin.
It couldn't have been Justin, could it? Justin was in Vietnam.
Fine. So we're all agreed. That settled it. It couldn't have been Daddy.
Thank you very much, Tiffany.
Hurtful, weren't it?
What?
That foldaway bike Bob Monkhouse gave you.
Shut up, Daddy, will you? And this time, talk to Justin and don't just tell him about all your illnesses. And please, don't show him round the farm.
Talk to him? These will do all my talking for me.
Oh, don't be silly, he'll kill you.
We'll see about that, talk to him. Me and him have got absolutely nothing in common.
Well, yes, you have. You was both prisoners of war.
Oh, I never knew that. Who were you captured by, the Japanese or the Germans?
The British.
He refused to join the army.
Oh, you were a conscientious objector.
No, he just didn't want to get hurt. Your temper wasn't up, was it, George?
Well, people were firing bullets and shells all over the place.
That sort spoil a war, don't they?
Hello. What's all this, then?
Oh, come in, Pumpkin. Well, here they all are.
Smashing.
Hello, son. Nice to see you.
What's it, George? Blimey, I thought you'd be dead by now.
The miracle I'm still here, boy.
They found out what's wrong with you yet?
Of course not. Useless, ain't they?
Hello, Kitty. These are for you.
We was just talking about you.
Yeah?
Talking about the good old days.
Must have been a short conversation, Sylv.
We was thinking back to the time young Tiffany was born.
I'll go make some tea.
Of course, you wouldn't remember that, would you, Justin?
No, I was abroad.
Annie had such a struggle trying to choose the right name, didn't you, sis?
Yeah. Finally, I decided if it's a girl, I'll call her Tiffany, as in the jewellers. Justin would like that.
And if it's a boy, she'd call him Bernard, as in Bernie the Boat.
What's the old cow on about?
I haven't got a clue. Daddy, why don't you show Justin round the farm?
Oh, yeah. Would you like to see the farm, son?
No, not really.
Oh, go on, Pumpkin. It's really interesting. Daddy's got chickens and all sorts of things.
I'll show you what I've done with the place. I bought this with my redundancy money from British Leyland.
Yeah, I know. Never mind, eh?
Why did you have to bring that up? Why did you have to start talking about Bernie the Bolt?
I wanted him to know that we, at least, never believed a word of it.
It doesn't really matter what you believe, Nan. It's what Mummy believes that's important.
Thank you, Dumpling.
You don't know what your mother used to be like, Tiffany. She was only 17 when she met your father in some Mayfair disco. She was a gullible teenager. I remember her coming back here and telling us all about him.
It was like she bumped into God and he asked her to dance.
You were just jealous because I'd found happiness.
It wasn't happiness, Annie. It was just an illusion. You'd fallen for Justin's pad in the King's Road and the bright lights of his studio. Thousands of young girls did the same. They called it the Pentax syndrome.
At least I had some fun, though, Sylv.
If it's that bad, what's he doing back with us now?
Yeah, what's he doing back with me now?
Run out of things to say.
You haven't seen him for 21 years. Tell him all that's been happening to you.
I did.
I'll go and talk to him and put some jam on the table. It's supposed to be a farm.
You all right, Fruit Bat?
Yeah, lovely. You and Daddy have a nice chat.
No, he just told me about his life. It's such a waste. People spend their entire existence grubbing around for a few pence worth of survival, always worrying about tomorrow, till in the end there's no tomorrow to worry about. You and me were a different breed, weren't we, girl? Life was for living. Remember? We were good together, weren't we? We was hot.
Steaming.
Annie, when I go back to Tenerife, I want you to come with me.
What for?
I've been thinking about you and me a lot recently. I suddenly realized that what that bout of amnesia robbed me of was you. Us. That passion that you told me about. I can feel it now, Annie. I know what you mean.
Do you, Justin? You want us to live together in Tenerife?
Live together, marry, it's up to you. This time we play it by your rules. I realise that yours is a sensitive situation, what with you being a widow and everything. I would never try to compete or compare with your Boris. I know that he was a wonderful man, and I can't keep you in the lifestyle that he did, at least not yet. But
Look, Pumpkin, behind closed doors, Boris never quite lived up to the public picture that I painted of him. He let me down in many ways. I don't like talking about it.
yeah, I know you don't. I'm not trying to bend your arm, Fruit Bat. And I know that you need a decent period of time for, well, for your grief to subside.
I do.
I know it won't be an easy decision for you to make.
It won't. What will we do there?
You know that nightclub that I manage? I've been given a chance to buy it, to own it. Lock, stock, and karaoke machine. I need you with me, Annie. I'll look after the money side, and you'll be the beautiful hostess at the front door greeting our famous guests from all over the world. We'll turn it into the place to be seen. And up above the club, there's this wonderful apartment. The lounge and the master bedroom have got balconies looking over the sea. Every morning, we'll be awoken by the warmth of the sun beaming through our windows. It's just like I always promised. Well,
I'm speechless. When shall we tell them?
wait until this evening, eh? Let them get used to me a bit.
What about Tiffany?
What about her?
Well, how's she going to feel if I just walked off and left her?
Well, she lived alone in that flat before you moved in. She was happy then. She'll be happy again.
I know, but I think she's got used to me being there now. She likes us being together. It's not going to be easy. I'm frightened we'll break her heart.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, congratulations, Mummy. Oh, and you, Daddy.
Thank you, Tiffany. That weren't too bad, was it?
So when'd you leave?
Don't know, a week or so. We haven't made any definite plans.
Sylv, come and help me pour the beers.
Yeah, OK.
How's tricks then, son?
I'm very well, George.
You happy for me?
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, it's going to be lovely. A beautiful apartment overlooking the ocean and my own nightclub downstairs. We might buy a boat. Nothing too fancy, 10-berth cabin cruise or something like that. On our days off, we can sail around the Canaries.
They always come to you, don't they?
What do?
The good things in life.
Well, up until Justin came home, things weren't going too well for me, were they? You see, Sylv, the only difference between you and me is that I've always aimed higher. Do you remember when we was kids and you and me and the Leonard brothers used to go scrumping over old man Kelly's orchard? What were we after, eh? We were after the biggest and the juiciest apples. And they was always at the top of the tree. Even then, we had to climb high to get the best. We had to accept the dangers of falling or old man Kelly catching us. And the higher you climbed, the less chance there was of escape. But weren't it a phenomenal feeling when you got to the top?
I never climbed to the top of the tree. I used to get dizzy.
And that's why you always ended up with the rotten old green apples and the runs. But that's how I've always lived my life. Always aiming for the highest and the juiciest things on offer. Loving the excitement and the danger. Loving the feeling of being on top and being able to see for miles and miles.
I know something you don't.
What's that?
The Leonard brothers used to look up your dress.
There's always a price to pay, Sylv. Oh, I can't celebrate with beer. Daddy, run me down to the off-licence. I'm going to get a few bottles of champagne.
I can't drink that.
No, but we can. I won't be long, thank you. Tomorrow, I'm going to open a new account at Harrods, get a few bits and pieces for our apartment overlooking the sea. I won't go mad.
You treat yourself to the best, because you deserve it.
I can't wait for my grief to subside. Ciao, Bambino.
Well, congratulations, I suppose.
You're not going to get all emotional, are you?
She's my twin sister. If Annie's happy, then I'm happy. I suppose.
Kid, have you got a hanky for Sylvie?
So, when does this nightclub become yours?
Well, it's in the hands of the lawyers, but as soon as the papers are signed, I want you all to fly out there as my guests and see it. Have a little holiday in the sun. There's plenty of room.
Oh, Justin, thank you. That would be lovely.
I've never been to Tenerife before. I've never been anywhere before. Thank you, son.
Granddad's got a fear of flying. He won't be able to go.
No. We make Justin some sandwiches.
Ham?
Lovely.
Oh, I'm so pleased for Mummy. Well, and you. All of us, really. You made her kind of come alive again.
It's all part of the job, ma'am.
I've just had a rotten time of it recently. With Boris and, well, you know.
Yeah, it all sounded a bit rough.
Did she tell you he'd been cheating on her? Having an affair with another woman?
No. She said that he'd let her down really badly, but an affair?
She'd only just got over that shock when she discovered he'd left her penniless. But she hid the pain so well. She struggled on and never...
What do you mean he left her penniless? He was a millionaire.
Well, that's what everyone thought. That's what he wanted everyone to think. But it was all borrowed money. He died bankrupt.
Bankrupt. That house of theirs must be worth about 800 grand.
Repossessed about 2 months ago.
Jeez. He must have had some life insurance.
Oh, well, he had some. But he never kept up the payments. Anyway, let's not talk about the past. I want to
No, wait. Let me understand this. You're telling me that Annie's got nothing?
Oh, I wouldn't say she had nothing.
No?
Oh, she's got you. I'm so pleased, Daddy.
Thanks.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh. Hello, Dumpling. What are you doing here?
I've just come off night duty. Where are you going?
Yeah, I was going to write a note. I went to see my mum earlier, see how the alcohol was, and while I was there, I got this phone call from the nightclub. There's an emergency and they want me back right away.
Are you leaving without saying goodbye to Mummy?
It's a real emergency, darling.
You're leaving her?
Don't put it like that.
Why?
It's for the best.
I don't understand. Well, yesterday you were celebrating your future and buying the nightclub and... You thought she had money, didn't you?
That's a terrible thing to say.
Didn't you?
You're making me out to be a real callous sod.
Didn't you?
Yes, but it wasn't just the money. I was offered a chance to buy the nightclub, but no bank's going to lend me anything. And that's when I heard the tragic news about Boris, and I thought, bingo. Annie's set up for life. She's got a house out in the sticks, life insurance, and a soft spot for her little Justin. Maybe she fancies being my partner.
And that's all she was to you? A business partner?
Well, I wouldn't have been averse to a bit of fun along the way. Don't look at me like that, Dumpling.
Don't call me Dumpling!
All right. Chill out a bit.
Have you noticed how she's been since you've been home?
Yeah, she's been spending.
She's been happy!
Because she's spending. She's out now opening a new account at Harrods.
Well, you didn't try and stop her, though.
I thought you could afford it. You see, Darling, I can't stay with her. No man can stay with your mother for too long.
Why not?
Because she has this energy. Energy and enthusiasm. All right, so a lot of people are energetic and enthusiastic, but with Annie, it's like an atom bomb. It's relentless, incessant vitality.
She loves life.
Yeah, I know, and doesn't it get on your nerves? All those other blokes in their life, I know how they felt. They meet Annie, life becomes a Mardi Gras, but after a while you want to sit down, take a breath, and there she is, still dancing. I bump into a few of her ex-boyfriends occasionally. They're only in their late 40s, early 50s. Broken men. Grey-faced, spirits crushed. Some of them are in wheelchairs. Mention Annie Briggs, they start shaking. So you see, Dumpling, I'm not leaving your mother. I'm just escaping from the fallout. Explain to her, will you?
Explain to her? Well, what shall I say? Daddy's discovered you've got no money, so he's buggered off back to Tenerife.
But put it nicely, though.
Where is he? He left about 30 minutes ago. I didn't know what to do. That's why I phoned you.
The bastard, he just ran off and left her again. Oh, I should have known he was lying. All those promises he made, the nightclub.
The apartment overlooking the sea.
Free holiday.
Oh, where is Amy? Well, she's still out shopping. I don't know how I'm going to tell her.
Oh, she'll soon get over it. She always does.
I think this time it might be different.
Look, Tiffany, when it comes to the battle of the sexes, your mum is a combat zone veteran. And I mean that in a nice way.
Well, you tell her then.
I'm not going to tell her.
Tell her what?
Mummy.
Hello, darling.
Aunt Sylvie's got something to tell you.
What? You call yourself a nurse?
Is it, Sylv?
It's Justin. I'm sorry, Annie. He's gone back to Tenerife.
Oh, no. You know, I just saw him down the road. He was on his way to the airport. He went round to his mum's earlier to pick up some stuff she'd been storing for him, and while he was there, the nightclub phoned and said he had to go back straight away. Some sort of problem.
Annie, the nightclub is closed for redecoration.
Yeah, well, maybe they need him to go back and choose the paint. I'm not sure. That place just can't run without him. Anyway, he said he'd give me a ring later on, tell me what the new arrangements are.
Mummy. He's not going to call you. There are no new arrangements.
Oh, don't be silly, Dumpling. Daddy'll phone me tomorrow or the day after.
Annie. Sis. He's left you.
I know he has, Sylv. I know.
He thought Boris had left you wealthy. He wanted your inheritance to buy the club.
It went through my mind the moment he asked me to marry him. I tried to hide from it. Pretend he'd changed. The way we used to hide our heads under the covers when we heard thunder. But then when I bumped into him this afternoon, I realised he was still just a rotten, sneaky liar.
How?
It didn't register at first. I stood there talking to him, listening to his lies. He said he'd phone me this evening, and I waved him goodbye as he went up the road and blew him a hurry-home kiss. That's when it hit me. I realised he wasn't coming back.
What happened?
He was riding a fold-away bike. Purple. He must have left it at his mum's all those years ago. I hate purple.
Mummy, I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind, Dumpling. All that sunshine would only give me wrinkles. It just wasn't meant to be. Oh, it's pick yourself up time again. Well, come on, you two, cheer up. I'm going shopping again, and this time it's serious. I'm going to give my Harrods account a right whacking. You two are welcome to come with me, so long as you can stand the pace.
Well, I'm game, Annie.
Good girl, Sylv. Tiffany?
I know you've just opened a new account, Mummy, but how can you afford the payments?
Oh, don't worry, Dumpling. I put it in Daddy's name. Well, come on. I'm in the mood.
Come on, she's in the mood.